solemnly swear
that you will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States
that I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States
and will, to the best of your ability,
to the best of my ability,
preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States.
Preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States.
So help you God.
So help me God.
Born on May 29, 1917, John F. Kennedy was one of the greatest presidents of U.S. history. Everything from surviving an assassin's bullet to ending the Cold War, this is the legacy of the 35th President of the United States. On November 22, 1963, President Kennedy met with the face of disaster that sunny day in Dallas, Texas. Kennedy was the subject to an assassination attempt on his life. The first shot struck his right arm and the second slashed his chest. Before the assassin could take their final shot, a stranger in the crowd shouted towards Kennedy to get down. The last and third bullet completely missed Kennedy, and he was quickly drove to Parkland Hospital where he recovered. The stranger in the crowd was shortly confirmed to be a man named Lee Harvey Oswald. The man was declared a national hero for getting Kennedy to duck before the last bullet could strike, and was even given the Presidential Medal of Freedom by Kennedy. The assassin was arrested a week later after an investigation had led to a nightclub owned by Jack Ruby. Ruby pleaded not guilty and was given a life sentence. However, Ruby told investigators that he was working with Oswald to assassinate Kennedy, and soon Oswald was also arrested. Harvey told investigators that he had a change of heart after he fired the first two shots and warned Kennedy to get down before Ruby could fire. Oswald was given 45 years behind bars. Further investigation revealed that both Harvey and Ruby met with a KGB officer in August. This news only made tensions between the Soviet Union and the United States higher than ever. A week after the assassination attempt, Kennedy made his first public appearance leaving the hospital, causing Americans across the country to roar in celebration. Due to the high tensions of the Cold War, Kennedy introduced a project to the people, and they loved it, making his run for president an inevitable win. The project introduced went by Project Safety Cone. This project introduced the idea of biological organisms created entirely from scratch to fight in wars. Each of the so-called mutants had a different strategical ability to help in war times. Mutants were that of a fantasy. America was amazed at the idea, and the Soviets were terrified. They even tried to create their own mutants, but it automatically failed to meet their standards. In 1964, after Kennedy won the election, the United States was threatened with multiple nuclear devices in Hawaii, beginning the Hawaiian Missile Crisis. As Americans feared nuclear war, the very first mutants debuted into Hawaii and took siege of the Russian territory, ending the crisis in a matter of 3 days. The team of mutants that ended the crisis were some of the first mutant created by the government under Kennedy's administration. The 3 mutants, nicknamed the Gentlemen, became national heroes. However, they never made a public appearance again since Kennedy previously stated, "They will only be used as our weaponry, and should never be treated like sympathetic, living beings."